Um,
All right. Hello and welcome. My name is Robert Lyon, here with Gino Nadarov. Today we're going to be talking about credit repair, funding, investing, and all that good stuff. It's about making money. And we decided I'm going to challenge Gino to a game of chess while we do it, just because I think it's kind of interesting. Let me know if you have any questions or anybody out there's watching. Put down your bets, or whatever. Here, I'm going to drop the Credit Leverage X funnel into the chat. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them and we'll be able to reply. We're trying to go live every Wednesday inside of our Facebook group, as well as all of our other platforms on Wednesdays. And we'll probably do more. But if you guys have any topics or anything you want us to talk about, just let us know. And then let's give this a try, let's see if it works. So we're going to basically click here. And then let's go. So I think you go first, Wait, plus 10. Yeah. Can you see the chess screen or no?
Yeah, I could.
All right, cool. Maybe I'm waiting for, but you got the first move since you're white.
I think I did it though.
Oh, really?
Let's see if it refresh. Let me do it again.
Yeah, try it again.
Continue.
Because I see Marvel-minded.
Okay, here we go. Did it work?
Now you got to move the piece.
I did.
Oh, then it doesn't work. Let me see.
It says continue. Game aborted. Hold on.
Oh, lame. Let me try one more time. Refresh.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like it's a failure.
Theater mode. Here, let me see.
Yeah, every time I move it, it's like it shows on my screen that I moved.
Oh, I clicked rematch, waiting for opponent.
Okay.
There we go. Try again.
All right, let me click on the link again.
But you got to do it on your other screen.
Yeah, I'm doing it on a different app.
Weird.
So you send me an invite?
Yeah. Oh, I see. So I can move your pieces, but you can't click the screen, huh?
I couldn't. Yeah, I do, but it just doesn't want to. Play a friend. There you are.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
That
was a
working?
draw. I don't know. So I can move your pieces, though, can't I? No, I can't move. Okay, you try moving the piece again.
So right now it shows that it's basically here we go. Okay, I'm gonna try right now.
There we go.
All right,
we're off like a herd of turtles. This is stupid, but whatever. I figured I'd try it. I kind of want to interview more entrepreneurs and play chess, so I thought it was always kind of cool because it's a subtle game of strategy. But one of the reasons I like chess is because if you ever read Benjamin Franklin's autobiography, he would challenge people to chess, and then whoever would win, he would make them. Or if he would beat them, he would make them read a book that he would recommend, right? And I always thought that was a cool little thing that you could try and do.
This is cool.
It is kind of cool. Oh, it has a time. Oh, does it have a 10-minute time limit for every move? I didn't know that. I'm gonna fuck that up then.
This is gonna be fun. Let's see what I can do here. All right.
So, something that's gonna be coming in the mail tomorrow. So I have 10 consumer rights books, right? So it's like the Holy Bible of the consumer laws, and that you can get them for free on the FCC's website. So I ordered 10 of them. I'm going to be getting them tomorrow morning. But if you want to ever learn credit repair, you can go to FCC.com and get the purple book. And inside the purple book, it basically goes over all the laws as to why we're able to repair people's credit, right? Because like in America, we have consumer rights that if the credit bureau's information is not 100% accurate, we can hold them accountable, and we can even sue them for like $1,000, right? So it's pretty wild though, but I'm pretty excited about our system. I think I got to make a YouTube video explaining how we're using AI to fix people's credit. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the next game right there. I mean, that's crazy that you can even do that.
Yeah.
But I think credit is something that you have to you have to make it like your best friend.
Right.
You just have to always keep track of it, and be aware of it, and that way you know what to do when the time comes, and you're able to like use it as you need it. When like right now trying to get a car, it's like, well, you gotta go through this process of just understanding what you need in general, so that way you don't screw it up.
Right. You're buying a G-Wagon right now. Why do you think they want so much information? Like, it's not just credit report. They want like all your info.
It's because they're looking at like if you never had a expensive car before, they're gonna say, well, you know what, you need to have all this other information because we don't trust we don't trust maybe my credit or whatever, because I've had things in my credit that were not in good standings.
Yeah. I kind of like the random chest noises in the background. It's gonna be if we do a podcast, people are gonna be like, what the hell is that?
This is definitely
oh damn, I could have took your bishop.
I know you could have taken it, but now well, you can still take it, but this is kind of interesting. I haven't played for so long. It's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we're able to like, I mean, what I really like about our whole system right now is we're literally able to take like anybody in spite of themselves and like fix their credit and get them access to, $100,000 of 0% interest credit or personal credit. And everything's working amazingly. Like, I can't think of a better time. Like I was watching this guy talk, and he's like, man, like we don't need anything else from this country other than other people's money, right? Like America is the best place on earth, because I don't think there's anywhere else on earth where you can do what we're doing, where you can have an idea, you can get access to other people's money, you can make that idea a reality, right? And then still people are out here being stupid and bitching about everything.
Exactly.
It's just crazy to me, man. I mean, and it does take a little while, right? I mean, I screwed up my credit really bad, and I'm having to, go through the process again of fixing it up. But I still see the light. I still see like there's so much opportunity out there, like it's not even funny.
So. Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling to know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I guess some people don't even get to see that, but you got me thinking. So yeah, but I agree.
I think like the
crazy times, especially now.
Yeah, but my main thing that I'm super pumped about is basically like this get the funding, and then being able to use this funding to buy real estate is like the big dream, you know what I mean? And like I'm gonna do a creative financing, so I'm gonna basically set up batch leads for pulling all the information. I'm gonna get batch dialer. I'm gonna basically cold call these people that have houses for sale, right? We're gonna target people who have basically purchased a house in the last 3 years, who can't afford it anymore, right? Who need someone to take over their mortgage. Mm-hmm. And like, while people are literally like, I mean, I don't think we're in like a recession anymore, but things are still kind of on edge. Like there's like any moment something could happen, right? So, but like things are getting more expensive. Living is getting more expensive. Ah, crap. I don't know what I did that for.
Yeah.
I just helped you out. But basically, like, if people bought a house, they can't afford their mortgage, we'll be able to take it over for pennies on the dollar, right? And we're going to be able to, use the funding to set up the marketing. And then we're going to be able to use the funding to literally take a payment over and then start cash flowing. Now, if I take a mortgage over on somebody else's house, I'm going to have to rent it, but it's going to turn into cash flow. I mean, I was going to ask you, Gino, what house cash flows the least for you? Do you have one that like doesn't make as much?
Yeah.
Or they all profitable?
No, they're so the thing is like the one that I wasn't able to put more units in basically is the one that doesn't make as much money. But now that I'm kind of leveling the playing field, there's still one property that that I could do additional work to, but it's always gonna be a duplex. I mean, well, I could probably do triplex, if the city allows, which now the city does allow you to do more than 2 units. You can do up to 3 units, in some cities 4 units.
Yeah.
So you can build that up, but you just have to be able to provide that opportunity for yourself when you buy the property. So you make sure that there's a deal besides the price,
Right.
besides everything else. You have to know what you're gonna do with the property and your exit
Mhm.
plan if you're gonna exit the deal and when you're gonna exit it. If you're gonna exit it short term, long term, all that has to be put into play, and that's where the really having somebody to mentor you and tell you what how to do it is very very powerful. I think I wish I had that when I was doing this
Yeah.
before, but then I had to learn the hard way and just really like understand that there's a lot more to it than just buying a piece of property and trying to rent it. There's you're going to pick up that there's a lot of, besides the maintenance and tenants and all that stuff you have to deal with, there's also the price point, and if the property is something else you can, like, is the property able to actually grow, or is it just going to be able to, like, can you do anything to it that will allow the value to grow? And if
Yeah.
you don't have that option there, then it's almost like a saturated market. That piece of land is no longer you're not able to make money on it if it's already priced so high and you really can't do anything else to it. So you have to
Right.
be able to know what you're going to do before you buy that piece of property.
Yeah. But I mean, if you break even on a property, it's still worth it to you, you think, in California, like with
Yeah,
the
so
way things are?
that's a good point, actually. I think if I was to say, would I still buy a piece of property if I knew that I was going to break even on it, I would say yes, because if you're at all cash heavy, or you have money to invest,
Yeah.
uh, besides investing in yourself, investing in your future, learn education and learning what you need to do to set your family for success. You
Yeah.
need to be able to put the mindset in as far as investing in things that are going to be able to, other than money, that are going to appreciate for you. And that house real estate, for example, is like one of the biggest things, multi units as well, commercial
Hmm.
real estate. But as long as you're able to have it paid down by someone else, and you're able to keep that asset, it's better to have an asset than some cash in the bank or some cash
Right.
around. So yeah, I would definitely, as long as it breaks even, consider
Hmm.
it a win.
Yeah. Have you ever owned real estate where when the price of real estate wasn't going up? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I think 2008 was a long time ago, but like,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
my family, we were looking for real estate when the prices were actually coming down. But then, when I was looking at property, my thing was like, well, if the price is gonna come down, then I can buy it anyways. The only issue I had at the time was I didn't have enough cash flow in order
Yeah.
to basically have the confidence to just jump in on a deal and not
Yeah.
have that back pressure, thinking like, well, how I'm gonna pay for this, and
Yeah.
the fact that you have to depend on someone else. You could always roommate the house. You can do house hacking. You can move in, roommate the place out. You can also, live in the living room. I know some people have done that and they rent out the whole house. That's crazy, but sometimes you got to do some sacrifices in your life in order to get ahead. So if that's what you really want to do, then that's an opportunity. You're young enough. When you're in your 20s, nobody cares. You
Yeah.
can, you can be living with roommates. And I never thought I'll be living with roommates, but I did. And it was I would say it was the most interesting experience. I don't want to do it again, but if I ever
No,
did it,
roommates suck, man. How hard is it to find good tenants? Like, in your opinion?
very hard.
Yeah.
Extremely hard. Yeah. Oh, there you go. You got me there. I fell for
Well, you got me first, so it's whatever.
it. And so it's good because I think I mean it's good to find good tenants. When you have good ones, you really cherish them. And then the ones that you kind of like, you find yourself in a situation where you're not sure if you should keep them around, basically, and you start to doubt why you even chose this individual to live in your property.
Right.
But I think, man, you got me good here. So I think the biggest thing now is just really realizing that you can find good people out there that are willing to rent your property. You just have to be a little patient,
Right.
and that if your goal is to find a good tenant, then make that your goal.
Yeah.
Besides the price, right? So the price, sometimes, in some businesses, like where for me, real estate, it's important to find a good tenant for me more than the costs. So or the price of the rental. If I can rent it for more, but there's a higher risk, this individual can't pay for the property, then
Yeah.
I'd rather not rent it to that individual.
Yeah.
And compared to if I rented it for less, and I knew that the property would be able to sustain itself with the current tenant, then I would rather leave it alone and just move on, go buy another piece of property.
Right.
And that's what I do. I'm all about expansion and not really worried about trying to squeeze every penny out of every property.
Yeah. Oh, you're in check.
Yeah, you're getting me good, but all right. So now what the hell do I do? Let's see this. Oh, I think. Oh, I see.
Do you think
Yeah,
so? Like, I mean,
checkmate.
we've got a pretty awesome coaching business. Do you think? Do you think cash flowing businesses are better investments than real estate? Or I mean, I want to own more assets, obviously, but
Yeah.
like I guess it's like kind of what your goal. What is your goal? I guess like if you're trying to be a good investor.
Well, your goal as an investor is to build wealth, right? So building
Right.
wealth means not necessarily only. I don't even know what it doesn't let me do anything.
You
So
can move over. Can't you? Yeah, you can move over to the right.
hold on, let me see 1 second. Try this. There you go. Yeah. Uh, so I was saying, no, for sure. As far as like, your goal is to build wealth. What's the point of wealth is to be able to be free, right? Why do we do this? You want to be free, right? Your goal is like,
Right.
well, I want to be free of the rat race. You want to be free of the continuous, struggle of trying to like, what is this? Keep making money in order to
Yeah.
survive. You want to be able to make money in your sleep or during the day without actually having to do anything. And
Right.
and the thing is, you can do that, but you just have to put the right systems in place, and also create a business for yourself. And then when you create a business for yourself and whatever you like to do, then you
Yeah.
kind of have you have an opportunity there to make that happen for yourself. I think you got me checkmate again.
No, I don't know what to do with this. There we go.
So, so yeah, basically, I would say the biggest goal of any entrepreneur that's trying to get into real estate or invest is create wealth. But you can create wealth by taking your money and putting it to work for yourself, right?
Yeah. I guess there's fast wealth and slow wealth, right? Real estate is like slow, guaranteed wealth, right? Business is more
Yeah,
fast pace, like make
yeah,
money fucking today type shit. So,
yeah. So it's like you need both, though, right? You need both. I know you're gonna
yeah.
take that one. Oh shit, I can't take you on. Never mind. So you need both, So I would recommend taking both as an produce, have a passive income and have active income. So
Right.
whatever you love to do, make that your active income and create a business around it, in
Mhm.
whatever idea that is. So if your idea is, to be able to get into real estate and and you don't have money, well, you should learn how to get into real estate without using your money, right? So then,
Right.
and then you should, invest in yourself and take the action necessary to do that. And that means, understanding what it means to get into real estate, and what it
Right.
means what it means to get access to money. That even though you don't have money, you can access it by
Oh
building
shit.
your own personal credit, and really essentially just change your
Bad.
life
I
in
don't
that
know.
way, because you can leverage, luckily we're able to leverage something that was, given to us at birth, which is
Yeah.
basically, your social security card and your social security number. And that number is associated to basically essentially a business of, you're a business to the US government, and you're
Mhm.
basically taxed at a rate, and you have to, and you're generating income, and you are basically, you have a credit score attached to your number, and that
Right.
credit score essentially has all your
Credibility score.
your score. uh, your score basically tells you what you have to do in order to or it tells the bank what they have to do in order to approve you.
Yeah.
I think, oh shit. I think if you have the ability to do that, you'll definitely have, more chances of getting approved for extra credit cards, loans, and all that stuff. But you have to understand how to, increase your credit score if your credit score is not U1. So how to increase your credit score, and not, not necessarily increase it in the sense we can do another game if you want, but basically, in order to use your credit to build business credit, and the way, how to get into business real estate, how to get access to money. So that means your personal credit is the key to wealth, because it gives you an opportunity to make relationships with these businesses and these banks, and the banks basically are become your friend.
Wait, I'm playing Henry, dude. I thought I was playing you again.
Oh, I think I have to get out. So, but
I quit.
basically, yeah, if you have an opportunity to get into a piece of real estate, you need to learn how to get into that without using your money. That means getting access to money using your credit. If your credit is your key to basically working with the banks and being able to make a relationship with them, and have that be your guide, and and kind of like your opportunity zone, so you can actually use the money that they give you and invest in real estate if that's what you want to do. But
Right.
that also gives you the opportunity to do other things. So if you don't like your 9 to 5 and you want to start a side business or a side hustle, or you have some kind of passions or whatever you want to do, you should use that money that's given to you in the right way, right? So you invest that money for yourself, and create either your passive income if you're happy with your job, or create a new active income and do that for yourself, and then go back and reinvest and create passive income. So
Right.
I like both. So I think initially I just created passive income. Once I had enough passive income, my passive income overcame my active income. So this is my passive income, and my active income was like about here. I'm like, whoa, man, I'm making more, and so why would I continue doing this? So I was like, all right, peace out. So I'm out. So I came out of the active, and I just had all passive income. Then I just started raising my active income, right? And
Yeah.
then so as I raise my active income, then my active income should overcome my passive. And then at that point, I just go back and reinvest, and have my passive income increase. So it's just a
Yeah.
continuous cycle of like, investing and reinvesting, and leveraging and re-leveraging, and
Yeah.
creating these new businesses or new ideas. I think in businesses are also, really an idea that surrounds that business in order for you to make it actually work for you. So that's
Yeah.
really the power of
An
creation.
idea that comes to life.
Yeah.
That's what I
So
like it. I mean, I do realize I get the shiny object syndrome where I like starting new businesses because I'm good at it. But I guess it's all about the goal, like you said, though. It's like, do you want I mean, I like the idea though now of just thinking, the purpose of being an investor is to create more wealth, right? But you can ask yourself then, well, what kind of wealth do I want? Do I want passive wealth? Do I want active wealth? Do I want to like make something massive? So I guess those are the questions that everybody has to ask themselves. Most people though are so broke that they can't even get to ask themselves that question, right? So first you got to get to the point where you can invest, but then you need to know, okay, what's the goal for this funding, or what's the goal for this money? Is it to turn into a passive income so I can travel, so I can live, so I can spend my time with family? I mean, a lot of people think that sounds great, but then some people go on vacation for like, 9 weeks, and it's too long. And they're like, what am I doing with my fucking life, bro? You know what I mean? So like you gotta set your goals,
that's
and you gotta
funny.
figure out what you really want to do.
Yeah, that's so true. And man, that's crazy, because when you talk about that, like light bulbs just go out of my brain. Like, the different, how much, what is the limit of my creation?
Yeah,
And like, how
there
big
is
can I
no
think?
limit.
Right? It's like, well,
Yeah,
your limit is there's no limit. It just, how impactful do you want to be? What is your goal in life? And are you willing to work for it, and are you willing to sacrifice for it, and also are you
yeah,
willing to help everybody else that's around you, because you're not going to do it alone. So at the
right.
end of the day, there's no, this whole idea of I did it myself. I believe that's not very false. I
It's a
believe
very
that
young idea. I mean, I
yeah.
had the idea too, when I was
I mean,
but
I
you
think we
outgrow it
all
though.
we all started on our own, maybe, some,
Yeah.
not everybody, maybe like some people, if they had that there's someone that made a difference in their life that made them what they are today. So it's like, initially you might have started with your own ideas, but somebody must have told you something, you heard an idea, or you went into that area because you must have been interested in the idea of maybe having more money or having
Right.
freedom, or be able to create something new or something else that you never did before, or it was interesting to you for you to go research it. So then you started to go and you research and you realize, oh, this is something you want to do, and you start to create. And that's the beautiful part, is like you can create, whatever you want. You just have to put the work in.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and that's what we have. And the fact is that not only are you going to put, if you're willing to put the work in, nothing can stop you. And then when you have the ammunition of having access to credit and building your credit and being able to access money that you never had, now you don't, now you're no longer tied down to your 9 to 5. You have abundance all around you. You can use that as weapons to go towards your goals. And then you start to create those initial steps towards your goals. And then next thing you know, you're like, whoa, this is building bigger and bigger. But now I'm like, well, how big can we make it? Right? There's no like question of like, well, we can create what we want at this point. But some people are still trying to create that initial seed, and they need to be able to take the step, that of taking a risk, which I was talking about earlier today with someone. I was saying, look, every business or entrepreneur, they took a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And it was, whether it was like their 9 to 5, or whether they were doing something else that they loved, and they try to change their model, but they took a leap of faith and they believed in something so much that they actually they worked hard at it and they succeeded. But it takes someone, either a mentor or something, to make you do that, right? So that's what I'm trying to point, is that you have to take a leap of faith and you have to believe in yourself, and that you can do it, and that there's people around you that you're going to find in the process that are going to help you do it.
Yeah. I mean, the sad part is, I would say 90% of the world are never going to take that leap. 90, like, even if I tell everything that I've ever learned, which is a ridiculous amount of information to people, I would say maybe 1% will take action, right? I mean, if that's the sad part. But those few people that do want to take action, that the world is yours. You know what I mean? The you can do whatever the fuck you want in life. You just have to take that little bit of action and get going after it. And then, like, that's why I like creative financing stuff. That's why everything. It's like, if we just fucking go for it, right? I would say there's no other competition out there. It's a blue ocean that we can just like dominate. You just have to be willing to take the leap and then just take aggressive action at what you want.
Yes.
And you're going to start just like, scooping up houses, scooping up deals, whatever it is that you want, So, the funding is the fuel, really.
But yeah, and we're just lucky to have this opportunity in life. And I think that's, something that I think we all have. I think we all have it. We're all traveling in this in this time space, right? And we're all traveling at the same time. We're all alive at the same time. That's already amazing. So it's like, we're alive at the same time. So let's make a difference and let's do something about it. So let's not just sit back and like live life and just fold and then just accept the status quo and go to work and do a 9 to 5 like the last million generations or whatever, they change the course of your life, and then that will change the course of your family and everybody around you. It takes one person, right, to take that action, and then once they make that decision, it becomes monumental, it becomes exponential, and then it's like, well, wealth is created and families are created by these kind of methods, and those individuals, I think there's not enough families out there that are doing this, but also good families that want to help other people.
Right.
That's where it is. So it's like if you've done it, and or individuals, right? There's a very few individuals out there that are willing, that have done it for themselves and their families, and I've kept it to themselves behind closed doors. But though, and some individuals that have learned about it, have taken it and embraced it, but also are now, as they're doing it, sharing it, with everybody. So that's to me more powerful than anything, because that gives everybody a chance. That way, everybody has a chance, an opportunity through education and self-improvement. They can serve not only themselves, but no longer are you serving yourself. You're serving people. You're serving your family, but you're really serving humanity at this point. So it's like you serve humanity, and you'll change your life.
Right. Now, like, I've been reading Marcus Aurelius a lot lately, and he says it's always interesting that we are at this exact point in time, right here, right now. This is the exact point that we are at. Everything in the past, everything in the future doesn't matter, but we're here right now. And I was going to ask you though, did did what the hell is it? Masonry? Did that inspire you to be
Oh,
more of like a brotherhood and help more people, or were you like that
um,
before?
no, I was always like, very like wanting to help people. I always wanted to like make a difference in other people's lives, but I didn't know I wanted to leave an impact because
Yeah,
I knew that I wasn't going to be alive forever. But then also
yeah,
people had to go away in my life that I had to learn that I had limited time. So what happened to me is as people had passed away in my life, or friends or family,
yeah,
I've taken my life that, oh, I'm living 100 years or I'm living 80 years, to like I'm living 30 years or 20 years. I got 20 years left to live. Like that's the way I started thinking. Like, and then that's what really monumentally sped up my life. And masonry was just something that I found along the path of self-realization. Basically, it's like
oh yeah,
you self-realize and you're like, well, what actions am I taking that is helping the world? And I'm like, well, I guess because I found the truth is that you have to help others, and that's really what it is. And not be selfish, and not having, if you have a good heart, good soul, you want to change the world in a positive way, your actions and your goals and your steps of learning these businesses are only just fuels to what you want to do, right? So, and
yeah,
if your fuel is to help your family make money, there's nothing wrong with that. If your fuel is to invest and create wealth for your family, there's nothing wrong with that. But some of us
mhm,
have bigger goals, and those goals are driven by masonry was just a way for me to find out more about why, just like you said, philosophy. That's what it ain't, masonry. I would define masonry as philosophy, and everybody has their own philosophical processes and thoughts, and that helped them maybe improve their lives or change their trajectory in life.
yeah. Well, I think we fucking talked about a lot of deep shit today, man, and we played chess. I think this is
Yeah.
good for our live stream of the day. I think this is pretty sick, though. But yeah, no, it is all about like, be grateful for what you have right now in this moment. If you want to learn how to, get funding to make your dreams a reality and have no more excuses, that's pretty much what Credit Leverage X is all about. It's literally getting you the money so you can make your dreams come true, and then put on your investor cap and decide, do you want passive income, active income, massive income? Do you want assets? Do you want a business? What is your dreams? What are your desires? Like, we'll help you get there pretty much.
Exactly. Everything is possible
Yeah, that's crazy.
at Credit Leverage X.
At Credit Leverage X. Yeah. So if you're watching out there, you're either in our program or you should be in our program. So you can go to creditleveragex.com/funding if you're interested in getting the funding. And we also will improve your credit score, get you the funding, and then help you invest and make good decisions with the money so that you can, create generational wealth.
Change your life.
All right. Peace out. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool.